What it is, pimps and kinfolk, this is your main man, Slink Johnson, aka Black Jesus, BKA Lamar Davis from Grand Theft Auto 5. And I'm doing the damn thing with my main man, JR, on Block Report TV. I'm smoking all that nigga shit. And I'll be back in the town. I'm smoking yours, Oakland. Smoke yours.
How do you fit in with the Dave Chappelle, the Cat Williams, D.L. Hughley's? Where do you see your niches being?
I don't fit in. I'm me, and they them. You know, my niche is, just being myself, a grown-ass black man out here with kids, dealing with problems and the rigors of the world just like everybody else, with my own unique way of expressing it, you know what I mean? I smoke weed, I talk loud, I hang out in the hood, you know what I'm saying, but I still read books and enjoy fine things, you know. My outlook is a lot different than a lot of other people. You know, I'm not a physical comic. I don't do slapstick comedy. I don't do quote unquote clean comedy. Not that there's anything wrong with it. But again, I want to appeal to the everyday man. I want to appeal to the motherfuckers that's not on Instagram every day, that's not on the web, the motherfuckers that's getting up, going to work, driving the bus in the morning, the motherfuckers that's unemployed, the motherfuckers with his back against the wall, child support whooping his ass, just your average everyday motherfucker that's again, I'm speaking for us. I'm speaking for, I hate to use the term so loosely and I hate to sound cliche, but I'm speaking for real niggas. I mean, you see how I get out, JR. You know what I'm saying? I speak, maybe, I always say maybe I ain't got enough money yet, but right now, right now I like to feel like I come to the town, man, I'm walking up and down MacArthur, I fuck around and found Fab store, just hang out, you know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit I like. Don't get me wrong, I like to see the glitz and the glamour, but when I go to different places, I like to connect with real people. I like to connect with the people that are putting you in that position, the faceless people that are putting these stars and celebrities and these rich people in these positions that are not getting the shine, that are not getting the recognition that they deserve. That's why I try to shake every hand, you know what I'm saying? I try to smoke every blunt, I sit down, I holler, I ain't got no airs to put on, we put our pants on the same way, you know what I'm saying? We shit and piss out the same holes. So again, I just want my personality and humility to shine over everything else.
What makes a comedian funny in your opinion?
Truth, and having an entertaining way of expressing that truth. Some comedians talk loud, some comedians are monotone. Some comedians use a lot of big words and real deep, and some comedians cut it right to the punchline, you know what I'm saying? And so, but ultimately all that is just truth and being able to be relatable,
Who is your top 5 comedians of all time?
Oh, top 5. Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, Corey Holcomb.
So did you think that the new Dave Chappelle was as genius as everybody was putting it out there? And if so, why? And if not, why not?
I think Dave Chappelle was just Dave Chappelle, and I think this generation just dumbed down. Not to take nothing away from Dave. Dave is a fucking genius, and it was a genius-ass special. But again, with this dumbed down situation, Dave was just saying a whole lot of shit that needed to be said, that a lot of people were scared to say. And Dave is one of the best. And
what makes him the best in particular, or one of the best?
His point of view, his cadence, the way he articulates his comedy. He speaks in a way where, again, Dave is an everyman type of comic. You know what I'm saying, to me, but he's intelligent at the same time. His level of intelligence is much higher than a lot of people well, his level of intelligence displayed through his comedy is much higher, if you ask me, than a lot of people, yet he still has a way of being relatable. You know, you see Dave never, when I see him, he never stunts as hard as he could as far as his accomplishment, his bread. You know, Dave was always, you know, low key, dressed down. You know, he'll have some cool shit on. It might be some pricey, plain looking shit, but he always dressed down. You know, Dave, every time I see him, either on a show or on his Instagram or, you know, social media, Dave is always fucking with people. Everybody I know that fuck with Dave say, Dave fuck with people. Dave will speak, and that's what makes it great to me, you know, just being able to reach out and touch people and talk to people on a real level when somebody can take something away from that situation, like, damn, I'm at Dave Chappelle today. He hollered at me, he was cool, you know, and that's what I want people to say about me, you know, and just being relatable, and him being relatable translate through his comedy. And, you know, he comfortable, and he's cool with himself, and he knows who he is, a fucking genius.
So you said Red Fox, Richard Pryor, Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy, who was the last?
Corey Holcomb.
What's that?
Corey Holcomb plays Booney on Black Jesus. Corey Holcomb is definitely underrated, one of the funniest comics in the game, period, all time, and he just so happened to be my friend. You know what I mean? And I'm honored to have that dude as a friend. I mean, again, Corey's so funny that he don't get the shine he deserves because he's so funny, so real, and so candid. You know, the things he talks about are uncomfortable for a lot of people. You know what I mean? Men and women alike, couples. He speaks a lot of uncomfortable truth. However, I think he speaks the truth to the way a lot of men feel. But, you know, they are afraid to express themselves. And I think that's another thing to make a great comic, you know, not being afraid to say what's real. You know what I mean?
Comfortable and uncomfortable, huh?
Indeed. Comfortable being uncomfortable. Yes, indeed.
I see that shirt you got on, man. What's that you got on?
Oh, man, that's a Smoke Yours crew. That's my organization, man. Organization built on friendship through cannabis, man. I ain't got none. Smoke Yours, friend. You know?
Y'all have meetings?
Oh yeah, all the time. And you know, Smoke Yours is more than just, you know, the overt idea of, you know, smoking some weed. It also got a lot to do with doing you. Whatever you is, smoke yours. Quit worrying about what motherfuckers is doing. You quit worrying about what the fuck I'm doing. Let me do what I'm doing. As long as I ain't killing myself or hurting nobody else, God damn it, let me do what the fuck I'm doing. You know, and I tell people that all the time, smoke yours, man, do what you do. Look, homie, if you want to have a big fat crack boulder every Tuesday, enjoy yourself, man. If you ain't killing yourself, man, fuck it, man, do your thing. I'm not saying smoke crack, I'm not saying that at all. You know what I'm saying? But what I am saying is just to do you, whatever it is. Like a lot of times, especially in this environment, we got a lot of kids that succumb to peer pressure all the time. They scared to be themselves because they're worried about what their peers are going to tell them to do. Nigga, fuck that. So all the kids, I tell them, man, fuck that. Do you, man. You know what I'm saying? You know you ain't with all that old bullshit they doing out there outside, you know, around the corner, up the street, all that old bullshit, crime and violence and gang banging and doing being a follower, just trying to fit in with a bunch of loser ass motherfuckers that's finna walk off a fucking cliff. Fuck that, nigga. You like to cook, you learn to cook. Do your shit. Now, they gonna clown you, but fuck them. They still gotta eat, right? So you fucking right. So they gonna clown today, but they gonna want that dish tomorrow. Cook yours. Whatever the fuck you do, ski yours, hunt yours, fix yours. I don't give a fuck. Do your thing, man. But whatever it is, do yours. Smoke yours, homie.
Smoke Yours organization. You the president?
The Smoke Yours crew, the founder and president.
That's right. That's right. What else you got going, bro?
Oh, man, every Wednesday night, 7 to 9 p.m., you can catch me on Dash Comedy Radio. Download the Dash Radio app, and you can hear my show. Marcus King presents Smoke Yours with Slink Johnson and the homeboy Shady Chris. Every Wednesday, 7 to 9 p.m. on Dash Radio. You know what I'm saying? I got more sketches on YouTube. Make sure you check me out, youtube.com/Slink. Catch me on all your social networks. at Slink Johnson, SlinkJohnson, especially my Instagram. I'm most active on my Instagram. You want to know what's coming up next? Check the gram, baby.